I decided to come to this program. I've been wrestling for a while with the idea of worldview, and I actually had a bit of a light bulb moment or a pivotal moment where I was looking at some research that was sort of kind of thinking about this, what influences our health and what people think about what determines our health, and how do you actually sort of understand why people think the way they do. So that's really always been a bit of a struggle or a question. I feel a place we've gotten stuck in that we see health one way and others see health another way. And I really just had this moment where I sort of began to understand that in all my work and all my communications, I had been thinking of myself as an audience, and I had been communicating in a way that would resonate with me. And this light bulb just went off that said, I'm not the one that I need to necessarily be talking to. I'm already see things a certain way. And so just sort of understanding my own perspective and how that was shaping my practice and wanting to kind of expand my practice, and knowing for a long time that there was multiple perspectives that needed to be engaged on the issue, and was having difficulty engaging those perspectives because I'd never thought of it through their lens. So when I saw, the minute I saw even just the name Worldview Intelligence, it just spoke to me. And, I knew it was something that I wanted to explore more. The end objective isn't about getting us all on the same page, and I really loved what I heard when we talked about that at the end of the day it's about having multiple stories existing in the same space and finding a way to make that be okay, and that really, I think, will be a key to unlocking some of how we get stuck in these conversations, because we dig into our way of thinking and we want to change the story to our story, and really that's actually not what it's about. It's about having these multiple stories, and that we can go even further together when we do have a diversity of stories existing in the same space. I think what surprised me the most is that I did sort of think of myself as someone who was pretty in tune to my own ways of thinking and my own worldviews, and I have done some exploration around that through like cultural competence training and power and privilege analysis, but I continue to learn more about even myself and the way I see the world, in particular how I understand the idea of a reference, what my reference group is and how I understand that, and then how that impacts the way in which I show up in the world.